Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Skillzy coming with a brand new video. And in today's video, we're doing something I haven't done before on this channel. We're going to be reacting to Joe Knows, a new build character breakdown, specializations, tier system, badge potential, and more. If you guys don't know, Joe Knows does get information early on NBA 2K26. If you don't know, the second they announced the MyPLAYER builder, he uploaded a video the same exact minute. It was edited, recorded, posted. So I'm gonna watch this video because I'm gonna assume he knows more than the community knows, that more than what we know. And I actually have not watched this video, so it's my first time watching. It's gonna be a raw reaction. It's a 12-minute long video. We're gonna watch it and react to the news that we got from NBA 2K26 and see what he has to say, what I think about what he has to say, and just get some more information about NBA 2K26. To be honest with you, I've not been fully keeping up with all the character news. So let's just watch this video and see what he has to say.
If you've been on social media, you've probably seen the tweets. People comparing some of the NBA 2K26 template builds to what you can create in the 2K25 builder and basically saying it's the same. Now, in a sense, it is very similar.
What he's saying over here, I do agree. I have seen it all over Twitter, but there's one thing missing, that on NBA 2K26 you get badge plus max 2. I believe you get 2 slots of those, and then also you get more cap breakers and easier cap breakers with this specialization. So you do get more on NBA 2K26, and your builds will be a lot more broken on NBA 2K26. So let's see what he says.
But I think people are failing to realize some of the major changes 2K announced is going to change what is possible in the builder. Badge max plus 2s, build specialization, the badge max plus 2 and plus 1 perk within the build specialization quest, the cap breakers within the build specialization quest that have to be allocated.
Exactly. So there's a lot of things we can do with the customization, with the specialization. You can get some crazy boost from what we have seen. We obviously don't know exactly what, but if Jonas is saying this, he might know more than us, and he's saying the builds are gonna be a lot different, and I do agree with him. So let's
to specific attributes, and the main thing that can change what builds are actually good or bad is the gameplay. I've said it a million times, but the gameplay is ultimately the major deciding factor in what builds are effective and what builds are not effective.
He is not wrong. And I saw a Mike Wang post on Reddit that was on Twitter. The post was something about 3-point shooting being easier because of the pure green windows. Mike Wang said it's not going to be easier, but scoring in the mid-range and in the paint is a lot more effective. So expect a lot of people to be shooting mid-range, especially on the 2s, especially on the 5s, maybe not so much on the 3s, but on the 5 score and on the 2s, expect a lot of mid-range. And then he said it's easier to score in the paint. So I'm gonna guess that some of the new stuff they added, like the floaters, the slow down the floaters, the slow down Euro steps, the custom layer packages, it's gonna make scoring in the paint easier. So I expect a lot of people to be getting a lot of 2s up, but of course the elites of the elites will still be able to get their 3s off. But expect on the 2 score and on the 5 score a lot of mid-range and a lot of shots in the paint, and a lot of people going to be using a lot of different types of libs, and libs might actually be really good for the first time in forever. So that's my opinion. So let's keep watching this.
In today's video, I do want to deep dive in terms of the actual builder and attributes. The builders look very similar, but with these badge max plus 2s and plus 1s and how many you are now getting, it really changes what is possible in this builder. I'm talking about 7-foot centers with legend rebound chaser, Hoff set shot, and Hoff posterizer. I'm talking about big guards with legend shooting badges, legend posterizer, legend lightning launch.
That's what I'm saying, bro. 6'6" guards, 6'5" guards, big guards are gonna be good because Mike Wang said they're changing the height limits and stuff to jump shots and signature moves, dribble moves. So 6'6" guards with +2, you're gonna have some crazy builds. If you do want a crazy build, make sure you subscribe to my channel because day one of the game, I'm making the craziest builds on for every position I'm going to be posting. So you want to be stopped so you don't miss that out.
There is a ton of possibilities we're about to break down. So drop a like on the video. Let's get this video to 10,000 likes. Y'all did it last time. I think we could do it again. And let's get into this. The first thing I want you to realize is the biggest change potentially to builds is going to be the gameplay. If the gameplay allows 6.5, 6.6, 6.7, etc. to speed boost, that obviously makes a bunch more builds viable, right? But the Badge Max plus 2s change things so much, I cannot overemphasize it. For example,
I agree.
6.5. Basically less than 1% of people made 6.5s this year. But let me just show you with the Badge Max plus 2 system what could be possible in this builder. So with a 6.5 is the tallest build, you can get a 99.3. We'll see if that's true in 2K26, but for the most part what it looks like is it all looks pretty similar. So it's going to be around here. With that 99.3, you can also get a 93 driving dunk. Let's put the vertical to 80 to get the gold posterizer. And then last but not least, let's put our speed with ball to 86 to get gold lightning launch. Now, obviously.
So right here, you can +2 this already to get legend lightning launch on a 6'5" guard with 99 3-pointer, gold posterizer, elite contact dunks. You already, if you can make something like this, right? Obviously, it won't be anything like this off the rip. I'm talking about cap breakers where you cap break your 3-point shot or your driving dunks, stuff like that. The rest of this build is trash, right? But the fact that you can have legend lightning launch on a 6'5" is a game changer.
Obviously, the build's already a 98 overall, so this build off the rip probably is not going to be viable. But let me just show you what I'm envisioning here. You're going to have all the legend shooting badges because this year you don't need agility to get legend shifty. We saw that in one of the screenshots. So you'll have all legend shooting badges. You have gold poster, but you can use a Badge Max plus 2 to put this to legend. And then you also have gold lightning launch, and you have a Badge Max plus 2 to put this to legend. So you're a 6.5 build with legend
posterizer, legend shooting badges, and legend lightning launch. You are unguardable offensively.
Lightning launch, legend shooting, and legend posterizer. Now, of course, like I said, I'm already a 98 overall. You know, I'm going to have no defense, no passing, very little ball handle, etc., etc. Well, 81 ball handle is decent, but you'll get what I'm saying. But once you start to get cap breakers like we saw, that changes everything with a build like this. Because if you can take your 3 down just by going to 94 and using 5 cap breakers, now you're only a 92. Obviously, we saw that you can get cap breakers specific to certain attributes. That's going to allow you to take even more off. I'm just saying, people are not realizing just how much these Badge Max plus 2s are going to change what you can make, what you can even like potentially come up with. And then obviously the more we go in the year, I think it might become a little bit too crazy, but I'm here for it. I'm here for the craziness. Because once you start to get cap breakers like this year, people had like, what, 22 cap breakers at the end of the year, 17 cap breakers, even 10 cap breakers. With all these Badge Max plus 2s, Badge Max plus 1s, it's going to get crazy. A 6'6", the tallest height at which you can get gold lightning launch, right? You can get the 86 speed with ball at 6'6". So let's just do this right off the rip. You're gonna have 93.3, and let's get that 86 speed with ball. So you can Badge Max plus 2 your limitless, so you'll have legend limitless, or if you want to Badge Max plus 2 your set shot, you'll have legend set. You can Badge Max a shooting badge, and then you can also Badge Max plus 2 your lightning launch.
So tall builds are back, guys. Tall builds are back, but that doesn't mean small builds are gone. Because imagine a 6'2" guard now being able to go even crazier. You're gonna have even crazier stats. You're gonna have the shooting, the defense, the playmaking. Because you could max plus 2 your interceptor, right? You can only go to 85, I think, to get gold interceptor. Max plus 2 it, legend interceptor with legend shooting badges, legend ball handling badges, and like decent contact dunks, right? The 87 basic two legs contact dunks. Even the small guards are still gonna be there, but now you have the option to go 6'6", 6'5", maybe even 6'7", 6'8", right? So you can do a lot of things next year.
That's legend lightning launch and a legend shooting badge at 6'6", and we're only 85. You can round this build off a lot easier. One thing to pay attention to with Badge Max plus 2s, you see this screenshot that came from 2K. You get your Badge Max plus 1s with tier 1 and tier 2. You get your Badge Max plus 2s with tier 1 and tier 2. Down here where it says shooting badge, this is going to be from the badge specialization. The same place we saw that you get the cap breakers tied to, in this example, shooting. Your Badge Max plus 1 and Badge Max plus 2 that you unlock from the build specialization challenges, or quests if you want to call them that, those have to be applied to a shooting badge. So choose wisely when you choose that badge specialization. Not
badge specialization you have to go for something, in my opinion, where the build doesn't get Hall of Fame badges. Like if you get Hall of Fame Legend shooting badges, don't go for shooting because you already get it, right? Go for like a playmaking, and now we can so you can use your max plus 2 on like defense, and then use this on playmaking, and now you already got shooting on legend. Now you get playmaking on legend off of this, and defense on legend off of your specialization. The builds are gonna be crazy. Everyone's gonna have Hall of Fame legend badges on like 3 different categories. Like every build is gonna have legend badges on 3 different categories. We were not getting this on this 2K unless you had like 20 card breakers. I did not. I finished the year with like 6 or 7 card breakers. But if you had a lot of card breakers, you could do that. But on this game, you're gonna be able to do this maybe 1 month into the game once you unlock some card breakers off of the rep and then a specialization. You can have 3 categories with legend badges. So it's gonna be absolutely broken. Let's keep watching.
Only for your cap breakers, but also for your badge max plus 1 and your badge max plus 2. For example, if you use your build specialization quests on shooting, you can upgrade one of your gold badges 2 tiers, and then you could also use your normal badge max plus 2 on lightning launch, upping that to legend. Or you can do the opposite. You can do your build specialization in playmaking, use that on the lightning launch, and then use your normal badge max plus 2 on one of your shooting badges. Y'all get what I'm saying. Now, speaking of badge tiers, right? We talked about you got tier 1 badge max plus 2, tier 2 badge max plus 2, tier 1 badge max plus 1, tier 2 badge max plus 1. For example, in 2K25, this could change in 2K26, but the theory applies. You just have to find the exact height changes in 2K26. But check it out. At 6'8" in 2K25, you have badges like Lightning Launch that are tier 1. But as soon as you go to 6'9", your Lightning Launch now becomes tier 2. So if you map
next year, tier 2 badge is gonna be so important. To find a height that gets a good tier 2 badge where you can max plus 2, you need at least 2 good tier 2 badges that you can plus 2. So when you're making a build, look at those tier 2 builds. That's the one thing about the small guard builds. You did not really get any good badges in tier 2. So if they allow small guards to still get good badges in tier 2, like at least 2 good badges in tier 2, then small guards is cooking. If not, taller builds like 6'9s, like 6'8s, like 6'7s, like 6'8s, 6'10s, or even 6'11s are going to be broken because they get such good badges on tier 2. If you're small, you don't get it, but if you're a big build, you will 100% have some good badges in your tier 2. But let's hope small guards still do get 1 or 2 good badges on tier 2 because I always love a small guard. That's my go-to. So that might be what I make on NBA 2K26, even with the plus 2s. Where even with top builds being better. So I do hope something like that is possible for small guards as well. But let's see what he says about a big build. Of course, we know that big builds will have really good tier 2 badges.
This out correctly, you're going to be able to utilize your badge max plus 2s and your badge max plus 1s even more effectively. Another thing at 6'9" that becomes a tier 2 slot is your on-ball menace. So you could theoretically, if you were to make on 2K25 builder like that, a minimum wingspan, 6'9", you could have a legend set shot, right? You get it half. You could use your badge max plus 1 in the tier 1 slot on your set shot to push it to legend. You could use your badge max plus 2 in the tier 2 slot to hit legend on-ball menace, and then you could use your tier 2 badge max plus 2. I know it's getting a little confusing. Your tier 2 badge max plus 2 from the build specialization menu and get half lightning launch. Now you're looking at a 6'9" with legend set shot, legend on ball, half lightning launch. Like, the build is completely different, even though theoretically
people think that builds are gonna be similar because of the stats, but the badges are gonna be crazy. The difference is gonna be nuts. I agree with what Joe is saying. The builds next year are gonna be out of this world. We're gonna have those 2K21 next gen builds that can do it all. There's gonna be a lot of those builds, and you're gonna see a lot of actual demigod builds, not fake demigod builds that people use in YouTube titles. Actual demigod builds that can do everything on the court, from rebound to defend to pass to dribble to speed boost to contact dunk to shoot the threes, shoot mid range, to score in the post, to do everything. Okay, you're gonna be able to do everything next year because of this tier 2 and tier 1 max plus 2s, and you get 2 of them. So the builds are going to be out of this world.
The attributes are pretty much similar, but all these Badge Max plus 1s and Badge Max plus 2s greatly changes what you can potentially make. Now, all the small guards out there, for example, think about this. You could get a 99 three-pointer, all legend shooting badges, and then on top of that, get the 89 driving dunk or 87 driving dunk, whatever you want to go with.
Yeah,
normally that's a 99 dunk in silver poster. But you could use your Badge Max plus 2 and get Hoff poster. 6'2", 99.3, all legend shooting badges.
The small guards are not going to be gone.
With
People are talking about the big guards being back. The small guards are going to be even better. If not as good, they're going to be better, to be honest. Because with the plus 2s, with the plus 1s, with the specializations, with the cap breakers, small guards are going to be even crazier. Like, literally, 1 month into the game, I promise you there's going to be a build. I will make it myself, where you get a legend posterizer, legend shooting badges, legend or Hall of Fame ball handling badges. To be honest, you don't need that. You just need the good animations. You get the good animations from your ball handling and a Hall of Fame interceptor or legend interceptor. The builds are going to be out of this world on the small guards. I promise you that, and I will bring that to you because I'm a small guard myself, so I will be making that build for you on this channel.
Poster. Then as we start to get more cap breakers, potentially you're going to be able to get that 94 speed with ball, right? So you get cap breakers to cap your three-pointer. Now you're going to be able to get the 94 speed with ball, legend lightning launch, legend shooting with 99.3, Hoff posterizer. Even for the small guards, it really opens up what you're...
One thing Mike Wang said that Jonas has not mentioned in this video is I believe the speed will need to be the same as the speed with ball. So the builds are going to be quite different because I don't think you can have a higher speed with ball than speed from what that Mike Wang tweet was. I'm not sure how true that is. The wording was really like weird because he said the potential has to be higher than the speed with ball. So maybe you don't actually have to upgrade it. You just have to have the potential. If that's the case, the builds are going to be the same. But if you do have to have higher speed than speed with ball, then the small guards and every build in general will be a little bit different, a little bit worse stat-wise just because of that. But if not, the guards are back, small guards are back and better than ever.
Going to be able to create. Another thing that came to my mind was all the times we're trying to make like a Kevin Durant build, right? And you basically have to decide, man, if I want to make KD, it's like KD's got those long arms, but if I do long arms, I'm going to have low shooting and low shooting badges. I got to go minimum arms to get the better shooting, but then it's not really KD because he doesn't have long arms. I mean, just going off this builder.
That's true. If you guys saw my 7-foot build on 2K25, I had to go minimum wingspan. And I was a 7-footer with minimum wingspan. I couldn't really get boards like that. I couldn't really play defense like that. I couldn't block shots like that. But now with the plus tier 2, I could have max wingspan, have like gold or silver shooting badges, and then plus 2 to get Hall of Fame or legend shooting badges. So yeah, long wingspan, big builds with good shooting badges are gonna be a thing, and they're gonna be broken. So I can't wait for that.
You could find like a sweet spot here where, let's say you go like an 87 mid-range, 7'3" wingspan at 6'10", 87 mid-range. Just off of that, obviously on this game to get the shifty you need agility, but you're not going to need that in 26. But just right here alone, you'll have long arms. You can use your tier 2 Badge Max plus 2 to put your shifty to Hoff. That's what Kevin Durant has on the Play Now roster. He's got Hoff shifty. Then if you want to use your tier 1 Badge Max plus 2, you could have Hoff Deadeye. That's what KD has on the roster. Hoff Deadeye, Hoff Shifty. Now you have that on Kevin Durant. If you want to put your wingspan down just a little bit lower and get like the 89 mid-range, now you're looking at you could use a Badge Max plus 2 and get legend set shot. There's so many ways that you can manipulate this now to make even cooler, more variety builds. I know a lot of people like to make like the kind of freaky small guard, like Westbrook rebounder, do-it-all builds. Well, check this out. If you make a 6'4", and you get that 80 rebound, your tier 2 Badge Max plus 2 can give you Hoff rebound chaser on a 6'4" now. You're going to be out there on a 6'4" green rebounds on some real Russell.
So we make some bun builds so he can farm us. unless this costs like nothing to get 80 defensive rebound on your guard, please do not get 80 rebounding unless it costs like one overall point max. So if it costs more than one overall point max, do not get 80 rebounding to get Hall of Fame rebound chaser on your 6'4" guard. I promise you, it will not help you. And journals will come and farm you and post you on his YouTube channel and make a video talking shit about you. I'm joking, but don't do this.
Westbrook like activities. Hoff rebound chaser on a 6'4".
Unless
Not
you're
most
role
comp
play
players aren't going to go to that, but people that like to play like a Westbrook or do it all kind of undersized like rebounding guard type of build. That's another like freaky way you could do it. And another thing I really thought of was like the big men out there that want to be poppers now. You can really get good shooting badges while still not having to sacrifice like the long arms and the
two is it's gonna change the center's life, bro. Because centers are gonna have Hall of Fame shooting badges for like gold contact dunk and like legend rebound chaser. So centers that want to pop, that want to roll, and that want to snag every board, this game is gonna be for you because you're gonna be able to do it all as a center because of the +2s and the +1s, and you get like so many of them in the card breakers. Poppers, centers, you're gonna have a great time on this next 2K because you're gonna be able to do it all.
99 rebound, right? Like, let's just go 7 foot max wingspan. We're not gonna like lab a whole build, but essentially with this, you know, you're gonna go 78 to get silver set shot, and then a 74 3 ball. If you use your tier 1 badge max +2, you'll have half set shot on a 7 foot max wingspan center. To go along with it, you're still gonna have the long arms and be able to get, you know, that 99 rebound for the legend chase. You're gonna have legend chaser with half set shot, max wingspan, and then on top of it, it's not even taking into account that you have some pretty glitchy tier 2 badges like posterizer, where you can get silver poster and use your tier 2 badge max +2 to get half poster. This is now a 7 foot center, max wingspan, legend rebound chaser, half poster, half set shot. You're going to be able to create some absolutely insane
everyone is going to be doing everything.
Builds.
I
could go on for hours. Like my brain has already calculated.
Confirmed. I positively just say it. Demigod builds will be confirmed on NBA 2K26. And what Jordan knows is saying, just remember that he knows more than us. He probably knows everything, bro. He probably already has his build videos ready to go. I'm playing. He probably doesn't have that yet, but he will definitely have the game early and have the builds ready to go as soon as you can upload videos. So Joe knows what he's saying. I agree, and he probably knows way more than we do because he gets this stuff a little bit early. But you know what? What he's saying, I fully agree. Poppers, big man in general. If you're a big man that don't have any shooting in your build now with this, because shooting barely costs anything on a big man. If you don't have this bare minimum shooting on your build next year in your center, do not play with me. Do not hop on next with me. Do not even, if I'm in random rec with you, leave. Tell me or message me to leave. Because if you don't have this, don't play the game.
So many builds. Y'all know I'm gonna be dropping build videos all year long about like just fun, creative builds, sweaty builds, NBA player like builds, all that stuff. But I think people are underestimating the impact of some of the new additions to the game. People are like, oh, it's the same. I went and compared 26 template build and I made it in 25. I get just about the same stuff.
Those things are tweeting it just for impressions and likes on Twitter. They don't believe that because the people that are tweeting those are like 2K League pros, the people that play this game 24 hours a day. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. They know all of this stuff that we talked about in this video. But they tweet that on Twitter just for impressions and likes and stuff like that. So those people don't take them serious.
Difference is now some of these rewards that you're going to get are going to like completely change the potential of the builds. And as I said, the gameplay always is going to be the most prominent thing.
It's going to be based off of the +2s next year, not based off the stats. So if anybody tells you the builder is the same, they don't know what they're talking about, or they're talking just so they can get impressions. Don't believe it.
If the gameplay is different, that's really going to have an impact on what builds are actually effective in the game and what you're going to want to actually create. It's a ton of possibilities out there. For someone like me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys that watch me, if you love the builder, it's going to be a blast here these next couple months in terms of trying to come up with unique builds. And like I said, like
the one thing I do like about 2K26, it sounds like there's going to be a variety because of the +2s and the +1s. You can go the small guard route, you can go the 6'6" route, you can go the demigod 6'9", 6'8", 7 foot, 6'10", 6'11" routes. So there's going to be different routes to go with. This is just how I'm playing guards. now we're talking about, if you're talking about line upgrading, you can go with the all 6-7, switch all like the Suke to 16. You can do all types of things. So the builder is completely different, and the game is going to be broken. And I believe there's going to be variety next year. So I'm really excited for that.
7-foot center, max wingspan, legend rebound chaser,
Me too,
Hoff
a Jordan
set shot,
Manchester.
Hoff poster, and we could even go even more crazy, like we said, because we get multiple Badge Max plus 2s and Badge Max plus 1s. It's gonna be crazy, bro. Comment down below if you got any cool ideas down in the comments. I'm gonna definitely be checking them out. I appreciate y'all watching.
Alright, that's it for my video as well. If you guys like this video, please make sure leave a like. The link to the actual Jonas video will be in the description. Comment what you want to see next, and what you want to see on NBA 2K26 on the first day, first week. Let me know down below in the comment section. If you did like this video and want to see more reaction videos, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Other than that, it's me, your boy Skillzy, and I'm out. Peace out, everybody.